Black matte, non-reflective, no insignia, no rivets, no windows, no nothing. And it was enormous. I did a drawing of it, contemporaneous with the event.
Could you draw it now?
Sure, I could draw it now.
I'm sure it's ingrained in your memory.
It is, and in my nightmares. That will give you an idea.
Wow, it's
That,
huge.
compared to you, looks massive.
In this form, the shapeshifter resembles the craft that Terry claims has been stalking his home, as well as one of the shapes it took in Steve Murillo's files.
And it's absolutely motionless. Everybody there, we are silent. We're just watching this thing.
Suddenly, the object shapeshifted into a sphere and disappeared into the night sky.
When we got back to the base, and it was a long, silent trip home, the only real conversation we made was a pact between us that we would never tell anyone that we had this experience. Because if we told someone, they would have sent us out for a psych eval, and it could have been the end of our military career, and we didn't want that.
For the next 46 years, Terry would continue to be visited by this UFO. A year after his initial encounter, the shape-shifting craft even tracked him down on a camping trip in Arkansas.
We were kicked back on these air mattresses, just kind of talking. I noticed that crickets, the tree frogs, all the stuff in the forest that makes noise, that all went silent. We saw 3 lights, with the center light being the apex of the triangle pointed in our direction. And it started a descent. From underneath, a light flipped on, just like that. It was a bright white light. And a laser from the same source struck me several times.
Terry eventually passed out. When he came to, hours later, both he and his friend were covered in burns and barely managed to get themselves to the nearest hospital.
I had what the doctors called flash burns. Very painful.
Like a radiation burn.
Yeah, and that scared me.
Wow, that's pretty intense.
But Terry's problems were far from over. While he was being treated, a stranger marched in.
He had his suit coat unbuttoned. I could see a shoulder holster. Badge on from the Office of Special Investigations. And he bent over my bed and got down next to my ear. And he said, "Son, I know, and you know, you 2 knuckleheads stumbled onto something while you were out there. And I think you know what I'm talking about."